Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new video. In this one I am going to be checking out as well as showcasing the Union Guard blueprint for the M4A1 assault rifle here in Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer. So of course guys, welcome to a brand new video as well as welcome to my first ever video on the full release version of Modern Warfare 2. And to kick off the new year of Modern Warfare 2, I have a pretty interesting video today where I am going to be showcasing as well as discussing how you can unlock the free Union Guard blueprint for the M4A1. If you guys weren't already aware, this particular blueprint is 100% free and all you need to do to get access to it is to complete the Modern Warfare 2 campaign. If you guys weren't already aware, in the Modern Warfare 2 campaign, once you complete certain levels in the actual campaign itself, you are going to be unlocking certain rewards. For example, double XP, double weapon XP, and naturally, once you complete the final mission in the campaign, you are going to be getting access to the Union Guard blueprint for the M4A1. And actually, something that is pretty interesting, and that is, this particular blueprint ties into the campaign because naturally it is Captain Price's M4A1 that he uses throughout the campaign, which is pretty cool. And as you guys can see, it has the Union Jack over on the barrel, so it's a certified English weapon. And with that being said guys, before we get too far into this video, if you guys go on to enjoy it at any given point in time, make sure you leave a like on it down below as well as subscribe. So without further ado, let's actually dive right into it. And alright guys, so as you can see, we're over here in the actual loadout of Modern Warfare 2 and we are going to be selecting the Union Guard, which if you guys haven't selected a blueprint in Modern Warfare 2 yet, all you need to do is select your primary weapon, go over to the weapon that you want to select. In this case, it's the M4A1, click on the armory, and you are going to be seeing your blueprints. And of course, if you complete the Modern Warfare 2 campaign, you are going to be seeing the Union Guard blueprint. So as you guys can see over here, aesthetically speaking, it does look a little bit different from the base version of the weapon. However, the main benefit about using this particular blueprint is it has attachments on it already, unlike the main version of the M4A1. So once we select the Union Guard, you can see we have it ready to go, and then we're going to go ahead and jump over into the Gunsmith and take a look at the attachments. Also, you guys can see we get a little bit of a different view of this particular blueprint. Naturally, the receiver is for the M4A1. This is of course a blueprint for the M4A1 assault rifle. However, if you guys want to mess around and try out a different receiver on it, you can go ahead and do so. However, just know if you swap out the receiver, for example, to the Icarus, it is going to be removing the barrel, and the same thing is true for the FTAC Recon as well as for the FSS Hurricane. However, if you just want to use this blueprint, you really don't have to worry about the receivers. And with that being said, let's actually talk about the first attachment over here, which is the Lock Grip Precision 40, which is going to be increasing the hipfire accuracy, the recoil steadiness, as well as the aim walking steadiness. The next attachment is actually the FSS Covert 5, which is going to be increasing the sound suppression, the bullet velocity, as well as the recoil smoothness. Naturally, this is of course the suppressor for the M4. Now for our third attachment over here, we have the 11.5-inch TH4 barrel, which is going to be increasing the aim down sight speed as well as the hip recoil control. And naturally for our final attachment, we have the SZ or SZ1MW PEQ, which is of course going to be the laser, and it is going to be increasing the aiming stability. Now one thing that I find rather interesting is, as you guys can see on this particular blueprint, it has a quasi red dot sight slash ACOG sight. However, if we go over to the optics, this particular sight actually counts as a iron sight, which is something that I find kind of interesting. And I realized this when I tried to actually change the reticle of this particular sight, and then I realized this blueprint doesn't have an optic at all, which is something that I find pretty interesting. So with that being said, we are going to be hopping into the firing range, which is something that I have not said in a very long time, so you guys can see what this particular blueprint looks like. And also I would like to mention that how you actually access the firing range is you go over to the Gunsmith, and then if you're on PlayStation, you are going to be holding down the triangle button. But if you're on PC or if you're on Xbox, you are going to be seeing in the bottom left hand corner of your screen a little button that states hold this button down, and you are going to be accessing the firing range. So with that being said, let's hop over here, and as you guys can see, this is the Union Guard blueprint for the M4A1. Honestly, it does look pretty good in my opinion. It's aesthetically speaking very similar to the base variation of the weapon, but it is pretty clean. Of course, on the other side, you can see it has the Union Jack on it, which is something that I find pretty cool. And yeah, let's actually go ahead and give this weapon a try. All right, now we're just gonna have to get down over here and shoot this last guy. He's a couple hundred meters out actually. There we are. Or should I say a couple dozen meters out? I don't think this is like a kilometer range or anything like that. Honestly, as you guys can see, it's a pretty solid blueprint. Nothing too crazy, but I think the fact that we're using Captain Price's M4 is pretty cool. I also made sure to put on Captain Price as my operator, you know, just for it to be all authentic. And alright guys, with that being said, that's going to effectively wrap up the blueprint showcasing portion of today's video. Now, before I end off this video overall, I'm going to be hopping into a couple of games and actually using it in game. So if you guys want to stick around for that, make sure you go ahead and do so. And yeah, enjoy the gameplay. Alright, I am fighting for my life over here. Anyway, you just kind of have to roll with the punches, am I right? And also we have the luck of Captain Price's blueprint, so yeah, let's see exactly what we can do. What was that guy doing up over there? Yeah, I think there's one guy on the enemy team. He's running around with like the DMR, which, you know, props to you because like some of those semi-auto guns are really hit or miss, and I applaud people that are actually trying out different weapons on day one instead of just using the M4 and like the MP5 and stuff like that. I just find it ironic that I'm saying that when I'm literally using the M4A1, but hey, I'm doing it for a reason. I'm using it for a video. I'm also checking out a blueprint, you know, so I have a purpose. All right, let's go ahead and call this cruise missile. All right, I feel like this guy right here. And my teammates are too good. They're taking out the enemies before I'm able to get them. Oh my. Alright, I just know for a fact they're gonna be right over here, right in that building. The reason why I know that is because if I were them, that's exactly where I'd be. It's like Sun Tzu, The Art of War, you know? Oh my goodness. Okay, well that was something certainly. All right, let's go ahead and call in this cruise missile. All right, and let's go ahead and call in this UAV. It was actually kind of funny because yesterday when I was playing for the first time, I forgot that my second kill streak was a cruise missile that you had to call in yourself. Also, that was a pretty nice double kill over there. So yeah, I was on like a 7 kill streak. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and call in my UAV, you know, get that intel. But then I realized I had my cruise missile and I ended up calling it in. So I'm sitting in the enemy spawn, freaking calling in a cruise missile while I meant to call in a UAV. Luckily, the enemies were kind of oblivious because it was my first game, you know, because SBMM hadn't really kicked in yet. So I stayed alive, but it was kind of funny. I was kind of panicking for a second there. Okay, there we go.
Switching mags.
Nice, nice. It's just like the first mission of the campaign. All right, let's go ahead and call this SAE in.
We've got him on the run. Keep it up. Our
UAV is orbiting the area.
Things you love to see. Okay, honestly not too bad. I don't know about you, but personally, I really don't have good luck when it comes to like the area bombardment streaks, like the SAE or mortar strike, stuff like that. I usually am not that lucky with it, but anyway, that's of course going to be the game. Also got the final kill. There we are. Honestly, not too bad. I will say overall, I do like this particular blueprint, which I will talk about that a little bit more right at the end of this video. And alright guys, so that's going to effectively conclude my first ever video on the full release version of Modern Warfare 2. Of course, checking out the Union Guard blueprint for the M4A1. If you guys haven't already, make sure you comment down below what your thoughts on this particular blueprint, as well as do you have it? And overall, I would say I do like this particular blueprint. I think it's pretty good because, of course, unlike the base variation of the M4A1, this particular blueprint actually comes with some attachments, and they are honestly pretty solid, as you guys did see throughout the gameplay. So with that all being said, guys, if you went on to enjoy this video at any given point in time, make sure you leave a like on it down below, as well as subscribe, and make sure you turn on post notifications so that way you guys will be staying up to date with all the latest and greatest Call of Duty news, class ups, intel, and so much more. Of course, we are on the road to 10,000 subscribers, so all subscriptions are very much appreciated. And once again, thank you very much for watching. I've been your host, Deeper Jungle, and as always, I hope to see you in the next one.